guys, and welcome back to my channel. And for everybody who's new here, I'm so happy that you happen to find my YouTube channel. Yeah, I am really excited about this video today. I thought I would do my foundation routine because I do have a routine. It's nothing really crazy or new or something out of the norm, I would say, but I do have dry skin, which means for everybody out there who has dry skin as well and struggles with a good foundation routine, I'm here to help you today. And not really help you, but I'm just gonna do what I do and tell you what works for me. I do have to say I love a dewy finish. I hate a matte finish because, like I said, I have dry skin, so it would really not benefit me if I would then put a matte foundation on, because you would just see like the skin and like the dryness on the skin, because back then primer wasn't really a thing. So I would just slap on a matte foundation because at some point everybody brought out matte foundations and there was nothing like a dewy foundation out there, so that was pretty much everything and only that to get. So I'm very happy about the fact that brands obviously now give us a lot of options. So yeah, I'm very excited about this video. I'm already gonna dive in. I just now tried this new primer. It is from Makeup Revolution. I will show it right here. It is the Hydrate and Prime primer. So it gives you hydration and at the same time it obviously primes your face. And I always like to take a little bit and just, because it gets like really tacky, and how like the Milk primer, honestly I don't even want to like really compare those two, but I really have to say that at the end, this Revolution primer gets so tacky, just like the Milk. Like, I tried the Milk out. I have it here. I have a travel size. And I tried it out. And I was like, wow, it's like so tacky. But when this primer dries down, it is exactly the same thing. I'm not gonna say they're exactly the same because that Makeup Revolution primer is like 6 or 7 euros. And the Milk is obviously more. So yeah, but it is a good affordable primer. I really am gonna say that, because like you can feel when it dries down. And always make sure you get like the side of your nose, because I always get dryness there, and obviously I don't get facials done and stuff, and I have pores, but not like deep pores or whatever, but I have very clogged pores like here and here. I even try to get like this device that sucks everything out, but like not even with steam and everything it would do that. So I guess I really would have to get a professional facial done in order to get this out and like resolve that. But then I would have to keep going and going and going. Like, I feel like once you start, it's kind of like shaving. You just can't do it once and then think it's gonna hold forever. So then I will use my new, I just bought this, Revolution Conceal Hydrate Radiance Foundation. It's very hydrating, so like literally a little really goes a long way. I learned that yesterday. My face was so greasy. So yeah, I just place it on my face. And then I like to use any type of setting spray. This is the brand Alverde. And it is a fixing spray that is hydrating, so I'm just gonna use this as blend support. Like, I love this spray because it's like 3 euros, and honestly, for 3 euros, literally when I have a cake face, I spray this on, and after that my cake face, like everything just melts together. I'm not gonna compare it to other setting sprays because it is different from them. And then I would just start evenly tap it into the skin. But yeah, I'm very happy about this foundation. Like, I really love it. It gives medium coverage, and I feel like if I would put another layer on, it would give me full coverage, but I never go for full coverage because I just don't like it. Like, personally, I'm more like a natural coverage. Like, for example, I would not want to cover this mole completely up. Make sure that it is in place everywhere where I want it to be. And like, as you can see, I'm like very shiny, and this is a good shade for me because of my lighting. It seems like it is a little bit like too light. Honestly, in Germany it's hard for me to find a foundation in the stores if it's not like high-end, like drugstore type. it's hard to find a matching shade in the stores, like, let me tell you that. But that will be a different video, like where I really talk about this. If you want to, just like the video or comment down below. And this is the Jessup brush 104, a buffer brush. Like, it is a really good brush, like really good, really like it. And then I will just go in with the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. And I do like the Infinite, but I don't really do on a regular basis like a complete full coverage. So I just, you know, place this just a little bit here and here, and sometimes on the forehead, sometimes not even, because this kind of blends out and you can't even see that there's concealer. And then I usually use a lighter, very, very lighter shade to highlight. Then I grab a beauty blender, unless it's like the Real Technique sponge that is like €7. I don't use the expensive beauty blender because honestly, I mean, yes, if you want to spend €15 on a beauty sponge, go ahead. I'm not gonna, you know, say anything about it, but these are €3 at the drugstore, and they're so soft, and they're like honestly so good, like literally so good. And I do like this concealer a lot because it's also, it doesn't dry down and is matte, which obviously as a person who has dry skin, I just don't want that. So of course I will look for a concealer that just, you know, gives me coverage, not too much coverage, and you know, isn't matte. Like, it has to be like, to me, a little bit more dewy. And then I would like to use a different concealer, and this is also drugstore. It's Essence Cosmetics, the Camouflage Concealer in the shade Warm Toast. And I just use this just some more on the bridge of my nose, which I actually honestly don't ever do. I just do it because everybody does it, but I don't really feel like I want to highlight all of the time, because when I go in with powder and stuff, it will give me most of the times like highlight. But I'm just using this concealer because I haven't used it in a while, and I like to, you know, keep using and not forget about my stuff, because I do have a lot and I tend to forget about stuff. And that's what I mean, like I did put concealer underneath there, but honestly, like you can't really see that I use concealer because it is kind of blending into my skin tone or like the foundation. And that's why I go in with the Conceal and Define concealer in the shade 0.5, which is the lightest shade that they have. So please don't come for me in the comments and think like, oh, you're crazy, you don't even need that, and you just need 2-3 shades long, 2-3 shades lighter than your skin tone to highlight. I like to do that. You don't have to. I'm just showing you what my routine is, so please don't come for me in the comments. People don't ever comment, or if they do, they say something nice, so let's just hope it stays like that. So I'm pretty much just gonna put like 3 dots right here, 3 dots right here, and this has like a pinkish undertone, so it looks white, straight white in the camera. I can see that right now, but trust me, it's not straight white. It is kind of like pinkish. And then I will just start blending it out underneath my eyes, and it kind of also blends, and it just gives me like a little bit like something lighter, you know, something that I can, you know, work with, especially when I put powder on top. And that's just me highlighting. I also want to say that I don't like cream contour, because honestly I don't get it. Like, why do I have to do cream contour when I then most of the times go on top of a powder? Like, you just go on top of a powder because you set the cream contour, so it doesn't make sense to me. So I do kind of want to use a little bit more on my forehead, just like one bloop. And I'm not gonna highlight my nose because I do just gonna contour my nose, and then I feel like I don't really like need the highlight. So I'm just gonna blend this out. And then I just found this amazing drugstore Catrice Cosmetics Glow Illusion Loose Powder Translucent Radiance. I just used this once and I was amazed by how good this powder is for people who have dry skin. Like, it's crazy. Like, honestly, I would have never thought, because of how it looks like from the color. It kind of seemed too pinkish to me. Like, honestly, when I seen this, I was like, it's kind of too pink. But I did use it in this brush, which is the Jessup 110 face shape brush. I did use it for the powder. I'm obviously gonna look in the mirror and see if I have some creasing, and if some creasing has formed, I will definitely, you know, blend it out like that. And then I will go right in with the powder, and I'm pretty much just stamping it on my under eye and on the side of my nose. And then I just, you know, do it like this. And this powder literally, it gives like that glow that it says. It really gives that to the skin. Then I use an empty brush, which I used yesterday as well. That's why it looks like that. And I just, you know, flick it off. And it has like that radiance that it's talking about, so my skin doesn't look dry at all. But this powder really gives you that glowiness. If you can see like how glowy, I don't know if people excuse me for looking a little bit creepy, but like, I'm just trying to show like how amazing this powder is. It is the loose powder, translucent and matte, but it is actually completely white. To be honest, it is white, and I use it on my face to set my face. Like, if I you know, thought about setting my face, then that's the powder I would use. And I would just take like a huge brush and tap the, like, pretty much almost everything off, and then I would just go over my face just like that. Because the less really white powder you put on, the less issues you will have, you know, with the white powder, especially being like, you know, my complexion. So I'm just gonna go off camera real quick, do my brows, and then I will be right back. Okay, so after brows, of course, I will do my eyes, but they will be in a different tutorial, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, when we speak of that, why don't you go ahead and hit the subscribe button? What are you doing? Like, come on now, you made it this far. Like, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button, please. Thank you. And yeah, so now I would do my contour. And like I said again, I do use powder contour because I just don't see no need into cream contour. So I'm going to use the Jessup 103 Defined Buffer Brush. And I do have the Kiko Milano, which is right now literally my favorite. And I dropped it, so my highlighter is kind of, you know, half there, but she's still here. I use these two shades. Anyways, I use the darker one for here and here. And in the beginning of my contour, cheek contour, I do have high cheekbones, but I do have a very intense, already natural contour right there. Like, you can see it. So I'm just intensifying it. I will start with the warmer color, and I would just put it on, and then I would just dab it on here. I do have a big forehead, but at the same time, I don't feel like I need to contour a lot. And I would do, normally I would do like kind of like a heart shape, but I do have my edges laid right now, so I kind of don't want to overdo it. So I'm just gonna kind of like, and then I go into the deeper, and then I start, you know, sculpting right there. I'm gonna go pretty, you know, because I have a very round face, so I'm just trying to give the illusion, obviously, that it's like a little bit more snatched. I think that's the word for it. So I kind of go above, and I just, like, as you can see, go like kind of to here, and then I will go with the lighter like more into my face, but it gives like kind of like the illusion that my face is like a little bit slimmer. At least that's what I like to believe when I'm doing that. So I just go very like dark right here. So when you see from the front, it is very dark. People might look at me like, you crazy. But I just really like it like that. Like, I don't know. And I go on like my cheekbone, and then I go like to here and not farther than that, and just buff it in, just like so. And as you can see, I see the difference. Like, I see that like a bigger shadow like on both sides, like I can see that. And then I normally flip the brush so I have like the more pointy side, and then I go into the warmer shade, and then I just start like drawing a line and I slightly touch. Then I will show you my favorite bronzer, which is the African Earth. Just like that. I hit pan, so you already know it is my second one. I had the first one when I was like 16. I always just used it as blush, and I still to this very day sometimes just use it as blush. And this is the African Earth Bronze Powder, and it literally doesn't say anything than that. So I can't really say, you know, I think I got it at the drugstore, that's where I found it. And I use like a big brush like this, and I dip in, and then I just go and place it like literally on my cheekbone to literally warm it up. Like, I know when I put this on, my best friend back at that time, I did just dye my hair red. Yeah, I don't even ask. But I did dye my hair just red, and I put the powder on, and I had my full face of makeup because I was always into makeup. And then she told me, oh my gosh, Vanessa, you look like you just came from vacation or something. Yeah, you look like so like bronze, you know what I mean, like tan. I'm just like, oh really? But honestly, if you think back, I probably looked like a complete clown because I had red hair, and it was really, really, really red, like Rihanna red back then. It was curly. And I'm pretty sure that I just overdid my makeup because I always used to do that. So yeah, I'm pretty much just tapping the bronzer into the skin and just warming it up. And then you can see how warm it is on this side. And then I will do the same here. I will tap it in the skin first. And then when I'm happy with how it looks, and it has like these nice sparkles in, you know, and then I just place it on top of the other cheekbone. And what I like to do, because my face is so round, I want to lift it. So I will not just place the blush right there, I will just drag it all the way up, and I hope it will be visible in the video what I'm trying to do here. So I'm pretty much just gonna tap right here and get the pigmentation I want. Like, I just want like a little bit blush, and then I would just drag it up, and it's literally on my cheekbones. It's not somewhere back here, it's on my cheekbones on top of my bronzers. Oh, I forgot. And then I like to take some blush on my nose because it makes you look so super cute. This is not for everyone, but I'm just saying, like, I have like a pointy nose. I just like to go all the way in, like that you can see that there is blush on my nose. Always reminds me of, oh, it's winter and it's cold outside, and yeah, my nose is red, you know what I mean? Like, blush on the nose. I feel like it looks super cute. Yeah, that was my foundation routine. This is how my face looks on a regular basis. I will set it with the Morphe continuous setting mist. It is one of my favorites. It's not the only one I'm using, but it just smells so good. So I will just set my face. Like, when I spray this, I always think like, oh my gosh, like, you spray so much because you just like, and you just press and you can't feel anything. But then when the stuff sits on your face, you're just like, oh, okay, so there it is. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's so fine. It's like so good. And then when it's almost like set in, I always lightly use that big brush, and lightly, you have to be careful with that step, press everything just in the skin, and then your skin is just gonna look so melted together, and I literally look healthy, bronze. I look like my skin looks so good. Can't even, like, with the new powder that I just used, the foundation, everything, like, this is like my perfect skin routine. I'm so happy about this. So yeah, if you like what you've seen and you made it till the end of the video, I'm so happy. Thank you so much for watching. Please follow me on Instagram. My name, I will put it right up here. I hope you liked the video. Like I said, comment down below if you have anything to say. Is it good what I just put out on YouTube, or you know what I mean? Like, just let me know, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Please consider subscribing. Thank you so much. Bye.